Hello guys, this is Major Bowman, bringing you the first gym battle here at Pokemon League DS from a challenger's perspective. Thought we switched up a little bit. I had a couple battles saved from some gym battles I've done, so wanted to throw it out. This is my gym battle against MrStudkip, who is a Psychic Electric gym leader. This is actually not the first time I've battled him. We battled a couple times. I'm not sure if he beat me. I know we disconnected at least once, so I had a little bit of experience against his team, so let's check out the teams a little bit. He is running, this is actually double battle, so he's going to run Musharna and Rotom and Thunderous Therian and Magnezone and Metagross and Garchomp. I know that Musharna is a big pain. It was just so hard to take down the first couple times we battled. Similar to my Cresselia, actually. The Musharna and Cresselia are actually two very similar Pokemon, but Musharna has a lot more offensive potential with stored power and just a higher special attack stat. But this is a double battle, and so Musharna and Cresselia are both going to play support roles. Let's look at my team real quick. I'm running Landorus Therian, Cresselia, Darmanitan, kyurem-b, Donphan, and Magnezone. So it's a pretty offensive team. Little bit of balance here, especially for doubles. This Landorus and Cresselia I actually tailor-made just for the double battles challenges, and triples I guess too, so we'll see how it works out. So let's get it started. Right, so he's going to lead off with his Musharna and Rotom Wash, and I'm going to start out with Landorus Therian and Cresselia. I like leading with Landorus because it gets that Intimidate boost right off the bat. Here it doesn't really matter because they're both special attackers in theory, but whatever, we'll see. Like I said, I knew this Musharna was a pain, so right off the bat I targeted it and it only. So I used Helping Hand on Cresselia. I went for the super effective U-turn on Landorus, so I could get some good damage and also bring him back in later for Intimidate. I know that'll help out. So this U-turn does about 70-75%, which I was very happy with. I was kind of crossing my fingers for a knockout, but I knew that was going to happen. So I bring out Magnezone, because from a previous battle I knew that this Rotom was going to use Will-O-Wisp, and I didn't want any of my physical attackers burned. So this Will-O-Wisp is targeting Magnezone. I mean, obviously I don't like it being burned, but it's a special attacker, so the attack drop's not going to mind. This Musharna sets up a Reflect, which is part of the reason why I was really annoying to face in previous battles, just because it had so much bulk and longevity. Here, Rotom goes for the Volt Switch. It really doesn't matter who he targets, because it's not going to do much damage either with Cresselia's huge bulk. Just gets some more damage on Magnezone going. Brings in his Thunderous Therian, Kobe. He's probably thinking I was going to target Rotom with a Thunder attack, or Thunderbolt, and Volt Absorb nullifies that, but I actually target Musharna again to try to knock him out, and it works. He's gone forever, thank God. Here, I just set up a light screen with Cresselia, which is going to help against this Thunderous and against his other special attackers. A nice leftovers recovery here. I was really glad here I could finish off that Musharna, because I did not want to deal with it. I knew it had Helping Hand too, so that would have been a pain, because it greatly increases the power of the moves. Here he goes in with Garchomp. I expected the Earthquake, and I knew that Magnezone wasn't going to help me much against the rest of his team, so I just went and sacrificed it. I didn't want anything else to take that damage. So there goes Magnezone. Thunderous and Cresselia are both unaffected because they're Flying type and have Levitate respectively. Thunderous goes for a Dark Pulse here, but I know that Cresselia is not going to take much because it has just so much bulk, especially behind a light screen and a non-stab attack. It'll take anything all day. I use an Icy Wind here, which is usually it's a very doubles-oriented move. You really only see it on Keldeo otherwise, because it has a horrible move pool, but I love it in doubles because it lowers speed, and that's so important. And also, against especially Garchomp, it does some great damage just because it's 4 times super effective. So anyway, I bring in Landorus Therian back here, get the Intimidate off, so now Garchomp is down to -1 speed and attack. And that's not a good situation, so he brings back Garchomp, brings in his Metagross, but he also brings back his Thunderous, which you'll see in a second, and comes in with a Rotom Wash. Probably to get that Will-O-Wisp off on Landorus again. So I don't like that Metagross, it scares me. So I decided to go straight for a Helping Hand Earthquake to try to take it out. Oh, sorry, I went for Rock Slide. Oh yeah, I went for Rock Slide on the last turn to try to knock out Thundurus, that's what it was. Rotom is bulky, and Metagross has really high defense, and it resists, and it's not a stab attack, so they take pitiful damage there. Now I go for the Helping Hand Earthquake, because I want to get rid of that Metagross. And obviously it won't affect Rotom or Cresselia, because they both have Levitate, but it's super effective on Metagross, so I'm hoping here it takes it out. As you will see, Metagross will live this with just a fraction of its HP left, so that's disappointing for me. And now Rotom gets off the Will-O-Wisp, so Landorus is basically crippled except for its great ability and Intimidate, but I know that I can kill Landorus with one more Earthquake, so I just leave it in. I did not expect the Zen Headbutt to do a lot of damage, but I underestimated Metagross's power, and I guess I just didn't expect a Life Orb, so there we see Metagross dying, or sorry, taking Landorus down to killing range. It barely survives that burn, which was nice. Here I actually forgot that Metagross often carries Bullet Punch, so I expected to finish him off with an Earthquake, but unfortunately Landorus will die to a Bullet Punch. Here Rotom goes for Will-O-Wisp. I'm not sure if he was expecting a switch or if he just wanted to get some damage onto Cresselia. Either way, it's a good way to get Cresselia chiseled down a little bit. I go for an Icy Wind here to lower Rotom's speed mostly, but it is actually enough damage to take out Metagross, which is really nice, because Metagross was down to a very small amount of HP after Life Orb recoil, so Metagross is down. That's a big threat taken away. Good job, Cresselia. There my light screen goes off, which is kind of sad, but at this point I'm not too bothered. Here he brings back his Thundurus Therian, and I bring in my Scarfed Black Kyurem. I really want to get rid of this Rotom now, because I don't want Kyurem to get burned, so I just go straight for Helping Hand Dragon Claw. I have Outrage on it, but I was scared that it wasn't going to hit Rotom, because you can't pick who it targets. And I figured this would be enough to take Rotom out, but Rotom barely lives, which is kind of sad, but, you know, whatever. Thundurus goes for Hidden Power, presumably Ice, because it's neutral on Kyurem, sorry. And still does a lot of damage behind a crit. It's neutral. Thundurus has really high attack, so it's understandable. Rotom uses a Discharge, which is actually a great move here, because it heals Thundurus. It's going to hit both my Pokemon. Of course, Cresselia takes pitiful damage, but Cube is able to survive because it resists Discharge, and it has a decent bulk without investment. There's Cresselia taking some more burn damage. Now here he takes out his Rotom, which I kind of found interesting, but whatever. I mean, actually it is a good move, because Magnezone's not going to take any damage, really. I just wanted to make sure I finished off Rotom, so I went for the Helping Hand Dragon Claw again. Like I said, Magnezone's going to take nothing from this because it's bulky and it's resistant. He goes for Discharge here. Not a bad play, because Magnezone's going to resist it. Won't take much damage, and it will finish off Kyurem. Deal some good damage to Cresselia now that Light Screen's gone. That's a stab attack, so Black Kyurem goes down. And Cresselia is down to about a third of its health after leftovers and burn and whatnot. Magnezone, it's got leftovers there, takes some good health. Magnezone's actually a great Pokemon, I use it. This Magnezone I was running here was actually a Sub-Charge Beam on my team, and I really didn't like it, so I've since switched it to a more offensive Choice Specs variant, but you'll see that in later battles. Here I bring in Darmanitan, knowing it has Rock Slide, so I'm trying to get some coverage moves here, KOs. I use a Helping Hand Rock Slide here, so I can get rid of this Thundurus and deal some damage to the Magnezone, but Magnezone switches out into Rotom, which is actually really good, because now I can nail a double KO. And now that both these Pokemon are out of the way, he's just down to his Magnezone and his Garchomp. And I kind of figured the battle was over, really, because if I bring Darmanitan back, I can bring it back in and switch moves, because it is Scarfed, I can't switch moves. So I can bring it in and finish off Magnezone with a Flare Blitz, and deal with Garchomp some other way. So after the burn and the leftovers, you'll see that MrStudkip brings back Garchomp and Magnezone, his 2 remaining Pokemon. Like I said, I'll bring Darmanitan back so I can reset the Choice Scarf. And I'll bring Donphan in, because I know, like, obviously a Thunderbolt's not going to affect him because he's a ground type, and he has huge defense. He can take physical hits all day. So I was predicting that, actually. Garchomp Dragon Claw really isn't going to do anything. This Icy Wind is great because now I can slow Garchomp down. I know Donphan will outspeed it, as will Darmanitan, but he's scarfed anyway. Magnezone's going to use Discharge here, probably hoping to take Cresselia out. It won't affect Donphan and Garchomp. And I was kind of actually hoping for Cresselia to die here because I wanted to free switch to Darmanitan. She barely survives it, but I know after leftovers, she'll still be in burn range anyway, so she's gonna fall and I can bring in Darmanitan to finish off this battle. So many leftovers, goodness. Hurry up. There we see the burn, then I'll finally take Cresselia out. Cresselia is huge in this battle. She survived every turn except this last one. And she's provided great support, so good for you, Cresselia. MVP. Here comes Darmanitan. I use Ice Shard on Donphan, which I find it weird that Donphan can actually learn Ice Shard, but I'm not complaining, because that's priority I really like. And with the 4 times super effective, I know that Garchomp's down. So there goes his 5th Pokemon. And now that Scarf Darmanitan is going to finish off with Flare Blitz. Even though Magnezone is bulky, he really has no shot at surviving this, because Darmanitan is a wrecking ball. What with sheer force boosting the Flare Blitz, that crit doesn't even matter, he's just dead. So, there we go. That was my first, not my first gym battle, but my first badge that I earned. I gotta say, right here, I was just ecstatic. I started jumping around my room, so. Great battle, Studkip. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait to battle the other gym leaders and hopefully the Elite Four. I'm gonna give the MVP award to Cresselia for this battle, for its awesome support with Icy Wind and Light Screen and Helping Hand. It's also running Psychic, but I didn't even have to use it, so. Yep, that was a great battle. See you guys next time. If you want to join the league, go check out reddit.com/r/PokemonLeagueDS. This has been Major Bowman. See you guys later.